Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So tonight's statement is Gabby blows up EJ. Gabby blows EJ's life apart. That's right. The secret's finally out. She spilled it to everybody, and I literally do mean everybody. Now, as I said in my review, there's a reason why she did it so abruptly. Think about the actress that's leaving and things of that nature, and you start to put two and two together. Hello, my gorgeous queen, Janet. How are you doing today? I hope you had a lovely Friday. Um, you're early tonight. That's what's up. We have a good time tonight. Now, as always, we do sit there and talk about all the shows: General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Bold and Beautiful, and Young and Restless. As you are coming in, make sure you do hit the like button because it really does actually help. Really does actually help. Okay, I can take this off now. Let me pour my little drinky drink. By the way, I hope everyone had a good Fourth of July. It was my dad's birthday, so hung out with him yesterday. And even when I take off for whatever reason, when I take off of streaming for like a day, it's so odd. It's always like so surreal. It's like, I mean, I've been streaming for like a couple of days straight in a row. So even just to take off for whatever reason is still odd. Autumn says, I've been when Sunny threatened Dante, I would have took my ass out the office because Dante would actually try to impair someone's impart someone's wisdom into Sonny, but hey, Sonny's a grown man. They should let him fall. It's hard to do that, right? You can't really do that when there's somebody that you love. Amy's in the chat. Laura B's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Tommy's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Tommy says, Kyle's doing too much in my opinion. I can't stand him and his selfish behavior. That is the right attitude to have. Very good statement. I'm very proud of you. I'm doing good, Tommy. I had a nice good nap, surprisingly. Felt like it went by too fast. Blackmon, aka Mr. GQ. What is good, my friend? Yeah, Tommy, he always talks about this family. It's my legacy. It's my legacy. Shut your ass up. It was good, Tommy. It was good. We had a good time. We had a good time. And was I very happy I got to sit there and see him. Thank you for asking, Tommy. Ron's yesterday's episode, I can't believe Tate want to use Aaron as bait to get away with Holly thinking that no one else is going to figure out. Yeah, I mean, it is stupid. It is a stupid plan. Yes, I did, Laura B. Did you enjoy yours? My dad's birthday was yesterday, so I'm I'm doing good, Black Man. I'm doing good. I had a nice little quick nap. Wish it was longer though. It was good. Of course, Laura B. Of course. Um, Autumn says I'm over hope in her begging ways because everyone was pointing out. Yeah, everyone. Brooke, Ridge. Why was this so loud? Because everyone's pointing out the obvious because let's keep it real. Hope's not going to marry Thomas. She just wants him to be her bed buddy. Yep. Her sex toy. Hmm. He asked her today, straight up, which I'm like, I don't even understand why you're entertaining this. Yeah, she is. She's very jealous of Thomas and Hope. I mean, she's very jealous of Paris, which is like now Black Mom says Hope needs to go somewhere, and I'm rooting for Paris all the way. And Carter licking his lips at her. I didn't see that part, but yeah, no, Hope definitely needs to go somewhere. Because between begging for Thomas and her constant fantasies about Finn, she's doing way too much. It's good, Jonathan. Lorby says, I celebrate my nephew's birthday at the same time his birthday is Sunday. Okay, well, happy early birthday to your nephew, Lorby. Ron says, also, Albert, Rachel is a smart kid. Holly has no shame trying to bribe her. Glad Brady caught her. Okay. Why are you glad? Why are you glad that Brady caught her? And Brady didn't actually catch her doing anything. What are you talking about? Brady didn't catch her. Lorby says, I do believe Hope was not ready, but I think she's not acting right at the moment. Um, this whole time she hasn't been acting right. My whole thing, Lorby, I understood that she wasn't ready, but my whole thing is like, actually, you already said it. Never mind. Yes, I did. They're doing Bill Hayes's last episode. The fallout from EJ, and I said this in my review. I knew that Paris, I knew that Nicole was going to sit there and try to catch. Yes, Jonathan. I knew that Nicole was going to rush to catch up to Eric to go to Paris with him. I knew that was going to wind up happening. Okay, all right. I'm going to sit there and say this announcement I'm going to say this announcement now. So this way I don't start that they're trying to be desperately reading every single person's comment, knowing that I'm only one person. There is 17 people here. There is only one of me. So if I do miss your comment, do not take it personal. Okay? Just wanna, don't take it personal. Yeah, no, I saw that. I saw that too, Jonathan. That happened as well. Which again, this is I don't feel bad for him though. Like he's yelling and everything like that. I'm like, bro, you did this to yourself. Now you want to sit there and have this temper tantrum like some teenage girl. Like, bro, you did it. Like, I don't feel bad for him. Tommy, thank you, Tommy. Tommy says Victor needs to let this go with Jack and stop this rivalry and need to let it go. He is jealous of Jack. He's going to screw Audra and Kyle over. And you know what, Tommy? It couldn't happen to two better people. Seriously. Audra and Kyle getting screwed over. Oh my goodness. The fallout is going to be so great. Um, Thank you again, Tommy. And Jonathan, don't forget about Jack finding out that Chad is exhuming Abigail's body. You really think that's going to happen? Jonathan, do you think that's going to happen or do you want that to happen? I think that's my question. Do you think that's going to happen? Or do you want that to happen? Autumn says, hope. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Um, Autumn. These secrets have a way of coming out eventually. Well, Jonathan, you're the optimist. You're the optimist. So I applaud you for that. Francis, yeah, what's good, Francis? How are you doing tonight? And happy. Hope you had a good Fourth as well. But yeah, no, that's definitely gonna wind up happening. Um, it's just a matter of how and when, because um, you got to remember, Steffi still doesn't know about. Um, I mean, Ben still doesn't know about the kiss between Steffi and Leo, and that happened months ago. He still doesn't know. So, and it's Brad Bell. Um, I mean, yeah, Jonathan, it is possible. That's a good question, Ron. That's a good question. I have no idea. People said it was Sophia, but I was like, that didn't really make a lot of sense, though. That Sophia would just be hiding in the bushes and still upset. Like somebody said that, and I was like, "What's good, Solomon?" I don't know about her. I don't know about her being with EJ, but she can definitely come back though. That's a possibility. The whole her and EJ thing, I don't see that happening. I've been wrong before. Kevin, what's good? Melly Mal, what is good? Melly Mal, my heart queen. Yeah, she's having a really bad day, and this is two people's fault. This is Ava's fault, and this is Natalia's fault. I mean, yeah. Like I said, Jonathan, her coming back would be good. Her being with EJ, I don't know. I know EJ got to be with somebody. I think that's the problem. They won't just have EJ be by himself. Oh, damn it. I actually need a new book now, too. Jesus Christ. I can't believe I actually had this book for like maybe not even a whole month. And I'm already down to like 2 pages. Two in pages. Oh, Jonathan, did you watch The Boys? I think EJ and A will hook up after Nicole leaves. Wow. And fall back with Gwen. Wow. Okay, so you did watch. Okay. All right, so we gonna have to talk about that too, Jonathan, because that was something. If Jonathan, I'm just gonna sit there and say that Ashley is a goddamn freak, and I'm here for it. Solomon says I have to say that I'm ecstatic that Adam and Chelsea slept together yesterday. That just that it's OCD storyline. They still got it too. Hmm. You know, I never looked at it that way. Where's you, Jonathan? I don't want to sit there and say too much because just in case Jess didn't actually watch it, but I'm gonna sit there and say Ashley is a goddamn freak. Oh my goodness. Well, says I got good news that Patricia as Nancy Miller is reporting her role on Days of Our Lives. Now, October for a mystery storyline that unwraps that under wraps and Chloe Lane's. Oh, really? Big Nate. They were actually good today. Actually, they were actually pretty good. I'm doing a review on all four of them. No, it wasn't just you. It wasn't just you. And I'm like, y'all pretty much did that to yourselves, though. You're not gonna sit. They can't sit. It's like it's not like they could sit there and blame the alcohol. Um, they knew exactly what they were doing. That's why today, for me, and I said this in my review, it was so laughable that they sat there, and tried to explain things away. Like, okay, well, it just kind of happened, we just got caught up in the memories and reminiscing, and this, that, and the third, and it would just never happen again. And just like, what? I know for a fact that Holly is going to be happy with Eric being the father of the baby. Well, of course. But that's the question, though, Ron. Oh, I totally forgot about that. Thank you. Um, so if Nicole is leaving, then that means that Holly's plan with Kate is not going to happen, right? I mean, she's not going to sit there and stay in Salem with EJ. So that means that Holly's going to be leaving Salem. If Holly leaves Salem, well, then there's no Tate and his runaway plan. Even though it was never him running away, by the way, which sounds so stupid. He actually on the phone with Holly was like, "Oh, I think we should run away." And by run away, I mean we just kind of hide up in Salem, and you kind of see me when you can, and that's not running away. Tell me, I'm doing pretty great. I had a really good nap. I got four of my soap operas reviews done, so I'm actually pretty good. I, no, I don't think so, Francis. I think he was testing her because he knows that she's going to fail. What's good, Lisa? Holly is staying with Maggie. Oh, okay. Cherry ice cream. What's good, cherry ice cream? Kevin said Gabby got revenge stuffing. Gabby got revenge stuffing for cheating. She doesn't know about it yet. What's good, cherry ice cream? Oh, you son of a. Okay. See, Summer is doing way too much. Thank you. Summer's doing way, 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 way too much. And then she goes to Diane talking about, well, how could you let this happen? Like, Summer, get your ass out of his damn house. Solomon says Alan and Tracy look awkward together. I can't describe why they have same chemistry. It seems as if Alan is a little intimidated by Tracy. Intimidated? That's your takeaway. That's your takeaway. Is that Alan seems intimidated? Terry Scrum, I'm actually doing pretty well. Had a good nap, and I feel somewhat refreshed today. So, how are you doing tonight, Terry Scrum? Most of the got good news that there's from that Parker is returning and is okay. Well, that would be good news if they make him an interesting character. And that's the thing, Laura B. She is. And when when Nick was sent there saying, "I think you're doing a little bit too much," she got upset. She reacted exactly how her mother would react. You can't use logic with these women. Susan R. was good, Susan R. Seriously, Summer's the type of person that when she's upset about something, you just kind of have to go with it. And if you don't, then it's like you're not on her side or something. Just like her mom. Francis says, can't wait to chance dumb Summer. Yeah. Um, and what's good, Susan R. Thank you for joining. When she came in society and she was like, "Oh, wow, I'm so upset with Cal because Cal did this and Cal did that," it was like, really? And Autumn says, "I've been a Thai was irking my nerves today. I was so happy Christina read her for Phil. Christina hit it on the head while she said Natalia doesn't know her daughter." That's true. Okay, they're like four. Uh, Thank you for saying that, Susan. I appreciate that. No, I had to take off yesterday. It was my dad's birthday. Johnson says, "How do you think Stefan will react to Gabby after the point?" I think he's going to be mad, but I don't think he's going to be like. I don't like. He's not going to dump her, obviously, but he's going to be pretty pissed off because it's like, oh, we just had this conversation like not that long ago, and you practically just set the gauntlet again. Ross says Albert Parker is Holly's sister, and I think he should come back to reconnect with her, and we'll make a good storyline. Um, like I said, I'm all for them bringing in the character as long as the writing is good. Um, Thomas says, I can't describe why they seem awkward exactly, but it feels as if Alan is a little nervous, not comfortable around Tracy. That's just what I think, though. Okay. Tommy, I am, I'm team, I like Victor more, but I have to be team Jack on this one, though, Tommy. I have to go with team Jack. As much as I like Victor, I have to go on team Jack on this one. Tommy, what team you on? Ron says after he was trying to use Aaron as bait to run away. I don't think he's using Aaron as bait to run away. I think he's using Aaron as what was it? It's not bait. I don't think that's the right wording for it. But he's just using him as part of the plan. Okay, Tommy. Okay. Yeah, I was just gonna say bait, and he's not really running away. He's just not going to summer camp. Um, Jonathan, I don't think there's really much you can actually do at this point. He already set Gabby free. So, like, what is it that he can exactly do to get revenge on her? Maybe down the line he may think of something, but I think right now, um, I don't think there's really much he can do. Oh, that he was scared. Oh, he was, yeah, maybe no, because maybe he was thinking that he was going to get fired. Mel says, I know why it feels the way now. It feels awkward because they gave brother and sister close friendship vibes to me and not romantic vibes. Okay. Hey, well, Solomon, I respect your opinion. De Havilland was good. De Havilland. Well, Ron, I respectfully agree to disagree with that statement. I respectfully agree to disagree with that statement. It was good to have you. It's good to see you. Um, you feel how you feel about it, but for me, Summer is Harrison's mother in every way that counts. Being biologically is not the only. It doesn't necessarily just makes you family. Okay, because look at Ron. Look at Leo Stark and his mom. Yeah, they're biologically connected, but Leo's mom is a horrible mother. So yeah, if you're gonna go on biology, then you're not. It's nice to see you too, Davlin. And we got a new person in the chat, Lily. Good evening, all. Good evening, Lily. Let's give Lily. Let's everyone give Lily a warm welcome. Oh, Francis, I would love that. I would love that, Francis. He wouldn't be so smug with all that money to sit there and back him up, Francis. He would literally have to sit there and work for it. Yes, let's everyone welcome Lily to the group, to the fold. Yeah, it's funny, Jonathan. I was guessing her name. I was so guessing her name. Yes, let's everyone welcome Lily. Mel says Albert Carson Bowman grew concerned about the possibility was being written out, but thankfully it was a false alarm and the whole thing turned out to be fake. Well, I mean, yeah, like I said, I get it. You don't want to sit there and be unemployed. I thought he was leaving. I thought he was leaving for maternity. I thought he was leaving for his son. To tell you the truth, I mean, I don't want any actor to get fired. I would love for them to do a better job as far as writing Johnny because he comes across as so damn useless. He is probably the most useless Demera that they actually have. There may be a title for my review, my live stream tomorrow. Someone says Billy needs to get back with Phyllis, which would give both of them a storyline, and I want to see Adam and Chelsea back together too. Ooh, wow. And Sally needs to be written off the show. Ooh. Solomon with the bold comments. I love it. I mean, of course, Jonathan, they're always going to eventually catch somebody. It's more of a matter of how. Jonathan, I think the question is how would they catch him? That's more of the question, though, Jonathan. How would they catch him? Of course, they're going to catch him. But the how and the when. Okay, so Francis also thinks that Sally needs to go back to Forrester Creation, to go back to LA to be with Thomas. Okay. Ron says Albert EJ can't do anything about Gabi. He can't go back on his word. It's his loss. Um, well, I mean, yeah, he can't just throw her back in prison. He can do something to her. He just can't do anything now, though. Okay, so then, Jonathan, I think the question is the when. Alicia, so what are your thoughts on Jay's writing? Should I dare ask? I'm so frustrated. It's not good, really. I'll be honest, it's not good. Um, they're doing a lot of things. They're changing characters' personalities. Like Sam, the writing for Sam has just been off. Um, I don't like the fact that they're not doing enough for Trina. Um, I don't really care about the storyline with Drew running for congressman. Like some of this stuff is just really stupid, and they it's not the absolute worst, but it's not GH stuff. It's not the GH that we knew that we grew up with that we really loved watching. So that's what I would sit there and say, Lily. It's definitely not in a good place, but hopefully Lily they can sit there and turn it around. I I don't want to waste a prayer, but Tommy says, "Do you think Chelsea will tell Billy she cheated on him?" No, no, Tommy, she's not going to do that. She's not going to do that. She's going to get found out. She's going to get found out. I mean, come on, Tommy. I don't know much about Chelsea, but I can tell she's not the virtual truth. Let me ask you a question, Jonathan. Do you care that his last name is Quartermain? That's my question for you, John. Do you care that his last name is Quartermain? Also had troubles on the route. Oh, what? That's good. That's good because they definitely need some trouble. Exactly, Jonathan. When he said he was like, "Oh, my last name is Quartermain," it was like, yeah, yeah, really. Hope, like I said, hopefully, they can bring it back. I know I heard about that, Tommy. It's it's some pretty effed up stuff, but like I said, I want to sit there and think positive and think that they can sit there and turn stuff around. Um, Someone says Chan should break up with Summer too and go back to Abby. Oof, why go back to Abby for? Solomon, so let me get this straight. You want him to go back to a person who literally cheated on him? Why would you want him to go back to a person who literally cheated on him? Thank you, Princess. Hit that goddamn like button. There's about 22 people in the chat. I'm pretty sure the math is not going to math up. So hit the like button because it really does actually help. Um, it was somewhat interesting, Ron, when He brought up the murder of Lee Shen. That was the only stuff that was actually kind of good. Island Breeze was good. I'm gonna check those likes and hopefully the map is mapping. How you feeling, Island Breeze? Okay, so we got 17 likes. We got 23 people in the chat. So if you are enjoying the stream, hit the like button. Island said he slept through the. Island said that he slept through the hurricane. I mean, are you a he or she, by the way, Island? I just assume you're a he. Johnson says a lot of people want Jason to go back to being a quarterback. I'm not a fan of that idea because he wouldn't stand out the way he does. He wouldn't stand out the way he does now. What do you mean he wouldn't stand out the way he does now? Okay, so you're female. Okay, my bad. Okay, so she slept through the damn hurricane. Well, I guess when you have different, because I'm in Long Island, so I only experienced one hurricane. But I guess where she's at, the hurricanes come from mild to like major. Nobody says, I wonder why she was. That's a good question. Why is she screaming? I actually wrote that question down. And I guess your suspicions was correct, Mo, because I saw the preview, so you're right. Sean headline Trina was Corbin Geo. He lost his mom like Spencer. Oh, can't seem to come up with a good storyline for Trina. I have a comment for that, but I'm not going to say it. What's good, Sean? Comments is because it's good TV. I would much rather see Chelsea put babies and the woman who. I would much rather see Chance put babies in a woman who cheated on him than see him in a boring relationship with Nick Newman's daughter. Okay, I respect your opinion. I respect your opinion. Oh, well then, yeah, Jonathan. Yeah, no, that would yes, that would make sense. Okay, I understand that. Yeah, Francis, that's exactly what Laura B was there saying. That's exactly what Laura B was saying. She was like, what is Sheila screaming on? You know, um, Francis. I hope it's not something stupid. Like I don't know, she's screaming over like a rat or a dead rat or something like that. I hope that's not the case. Jonathan, I think they want Jason to get out the mob stuff. I think that's the thing. They want Jason to get out the mob stuff. But Sean, if you had to sit there and pick a good storyline for Trina, what would it be? No, but I'm just saying, I hope it's something good. I hope it's something good. Um, because B&B hasn't been bad lately, Francis. That's my thing. It hasn't really been bad. So I'm like, hopefully this is not them turning the show into a dumpster fire. Damon, I see Ava make a lot of enemies. Listen, Ava making a lot of enemies is just typical Tuesday. Well, why is it not her job, Ron? Why isn't okay? Why isn't Paulina's job to allow him to exhume Abby's body? Why isn't it her job? She's the mayor. I don't get that. Let me says, how is Ruthless Victor? Okay, how is Ruthless Victor Newman or Sonny Corinthos? Um, Tell me I was sitting there saying maybe Sonny Corinthos because he's in the mob and his job is literally ordering hits. Victor was screwed over in business, and if he has to, he will kidnap. But Sonny's about bodies. Tom. Solomon says, "How would you react if Josh Griffin did a storyline with Abby cheats on the bond with Chance?" I would sit there and say it's a good storyline, but I'll also sit there and say that Abby's trash. And I would sit there and say that if Chance went back out with a woman who cheated on him, then I would sit there and say that's just bad writing. Solomon. That's the problem. You want chances to get back with a woman who cheated on him, broke his heart, and wasn't happy with the job that he was in, even though she knew about the job. And I understand that that's good soap opera, but what that makes is it makes for bad male characters. It's like soap operas do not know how to write for male characters. They really don't. Why in the hell would Chance want to go back to a cheater? I get good storyline, I get good soap, but it also just makes they just they do a really shitty job, and they just make men look so weak and like. Uh, Ron says Albert. How will fans react on Twitter if Brad Bell, Ray Sheila? They would sit there and say stupid, Ron. They would sit there and say a woman that's in her damn 60s has no place in that they're carrying babies. That's how people will react, Ron. They will sit there and say it's stupid. And I think you know that too. Well, Francis, the problem with the way that Sonny has been acting today is that we've been making a lot of excuses for him because of his medication, because of his lack of medication. Every time he acts out of pocket, he acts defensive. You got to sit there and be like, well, he's low on his medication. And that's all very true. But, like, I think that's kind of the problem. It's like everything he does moving forward, we're always going to sit there and think, well, it's the lack of medication. Sonny acts like an asshole to Dante. Lack of his medication. He acts like an ass to Jason. Lack of his medication. It's like, that's true, Island. And it's funny, Island. I said that about Johnny. Johnny should be way more interesting than what he is. Um, he should be way more interesting than what he is. He's a damn Demara and a Brady, Island. And yet, he is so damn boring. Island says Adam should be more like Todd Manning. Okay. So, I mean, do we have to sit in at the rapey part? How should he be more like Todd Manning? Let me ask you that. How should he be more like what? Oh shit, Damon! Seriously? Damon says Michael Easton's interview. He said he was also shocked that they wrote his character off. I knew it wasn't his decision. Holy shit! Wow, Damon said they fired him. Well, I guess Kyrie's clock was right. Man has good instincts. Mel says my intuition is that either Deacon, Hollis, or Sheila's going to find Tom backpack in the storage room at El Gino's and find evidence. Damon says yes, I found the article for you. Thank you, Damon. You are a G, and I appreciate you. Thank you, Damon, coming through with the facts. Oh shit, okay. Sean said Trino would agree for Spencer correctly. Move on. move on with her studies and career, and mainly get away from that Jocelyn character, met new friends, and meet new friends. Okay. All right. Thomas says, I mean, hey, it will be shocking storyline. It will give Chance and Abby something interesting to do. Would also give Barris and James a chance to showcase his acting skills. No, no, no. I get that part, Solomon. I get that part. Storyline wise, yes, I can see how that would work. So yes, for the storylines and the soapiness and everything like that, and even my own content of me simply reviewing it, yes, that would be good. And that's what it's about, right? Because all those stuff that I was sent there saying, I can see me bashing Abby all over again. So yeah, Solomon, if it gives good soapiness stuff and I can sit there and really kind of talk about it, then yes, I can see that storyline working. It would piss me off, of course, but yes. Alan says, I mean, Adam should be more balanced. Todd was ruthless but funny and also vulnerable. This version is disappointing. You don't like this version of Adam? Okay, interesting. Hmm. You know, Lorby, I think it's too obvious. I think it's too obvious. Yeah, she had the most to lose if Tom would have sat there and spilled the beans, right? She had the most to lose. And also with Sheila, Tom was just sitting there running his damn mouth about her. That's crazy, David. That's crazy. Thomas says, I bet Devon will be mad as hell to see Abby and her ex rolling around. Yeah, exactly. You know, and that's funny, Solomon, because then it'll be like, you got together with her because she cheated on her ex. Now she cheated on you with her ex. So in a lot of ways, you could be like, I knew exactly what kind of person that she was when I chose to ignore her. Oh, okay, Mel. So you think that she's the one that was snuck out hiding in the bushes? Okay. Hmm. Okay, Mel. Tommy says I got a feeling that Jack is going to Jack on Bills. Jack on Bills because of the stress he's going through. I got a feeling Jack is going to Jack on Bills. I don't really understand that sentence. Sean says Mike Gleason needs to go to the gays. G's didn't use him until the end. Well, they fired his ass, Sean. They fired his ass. Holy sh! Kevin says, I feel Thomas lost hope in Paris and won't anybody be alone. Francis says maybe Days will take Mark Houston back. He was on there years ago as Phil. Okay, maybe. You know, I can sit there and say, Ireland, that it was just pretty stupid. I can comfortably say that. It just seemed out of nowhere. And, granted, I know he only, Island, I know he only asked Hope that to test her. You all know that he wasn't serious. He only asked her that to test her. And you gotta sit there and think about this from Paris' situation now. Paris is just coming across as stupid. She got quickly engaged to Carter real fast and it blew up in her face. And now she's doing the same thing with Thomas, talking about, oh well, Thomas loves me. I'm the only person. I'm the only person for him. It's funny too because Carter said the exact same things to you, and yet you knew about his history. You knew his history with Quinn. You knew his history with Gwen. Just like you know Thomas's history with Hope. But you're sitting there talking about, well, Hope is his past and I'm his future. I'm just like, what are you talking about? Harris, like, how could you sit there and play Boo the Fool and make the same mistake not once but twice? Now says it was so obvious at the beginning when Connie came to tell him that she was creepy and something was off about her and Lee's date, but she was jealous of Lee and Linda. Okay. I feel like that's hindsight 2020, but okay. Francis says Paris acts desperate for a man, but also she has no problem sitting there dumping a man like there's no tomorrow, like she did with Zende. Thank you, Tommy. Tommy says, I think Jack will go back. I think Jack will go back. Oh, back to Phyllis. Is that what you're saying, Tommy? You think that Jack is gonna go back to being with Phyllis or AKA Red? I thought they were an interesting pairing. I'm not gonna sit there and say I thought they were cute, but I thought they were an interesting pairing because Phyllis is really kind of a wild child. She is more of a wild child than anything else. And Jack is kind of old school, and I feel like in a lot of ways that she keeps him young. Ooh, okay. Tommy says we'll go back on blank. Oh, you mean will Jack go back on the hard stuff on the snow? The snow? Demon says, wait, I'm wrong. Cody would like to live, so we still have her. Oh yeah, I saw him in the episode. They're also doing that stupid campaign election. Jesus Christ! I swear, I feel like General Hospital makes me work so hard with my reviews. They make me work way harder than I need to actually work for my reviews because they can really show some real stupid shit that I gotta sit there and try to spin into gold. Someone says Paris is stupid if she thinks Thomas didn't propose to her to get back at Hope. Yeah. Sean says now Gage is using Spring storyline with stupid Josh decks. Josh falling out of the ladder decks catches her. And wait, she has dove earrings on. Those Gage writers suck big time. I would yell, but I have neighbors. Of course not, Jonathan, but Paris never learned her lesson though, right? I mean, the thing about, well, you said Sabrina, though, Sean. Sean says now JH is doing spring. So, oh, you mean for that part? Oh, okay, I guess. But that's the thing, though. Exactly, Tommy. And Victor can't get over his damn ego. The great Victor Newman. But that's the thing, though, Jonathan and Eileen. Paris is doing too much. She's doing way too much. Absolutely, Damon. Bring back the Bob Guza days. So sick of people being like, I couldn't stand the mob. I couldn't stand the mob. The mob was this. The mob was that. The mob and all that other stuff brought the damn heat to the show. Arlen says I was willing to give Paris and Thomas a chance, but not now. This is just bad writing. They should get married. Then their relationship will blow up in an interesting way. Exactly, Jonathan. That's the problem. This is the problem. It's like I can't sit there. Ed, everyone, with Days with Lee Shen's killer being the woman. Yep, exactly, Ed. And it's she always seemed like she was kind of off. She always seemed like she was always kind of off, but like I'm not gonna lie. I feel like them making her the murderer just seems so random. Exactly, Damon. And it's funny too because with Dion's Corner, he was like the one thing that I really love about GH compared to the other soaps is the action. The action kept them going. The action and suspense kept a lot of people going. But you had a lot of people that loved to sit there. Okay. You had a lot of people that loved to sit there and complain about the Bob Guza days. I'm like, okay, so I guess these days are much more better, right? Now it says, I love that Gabby told the truth about EJ, about Eric being the father of Jude with Nicole, and now it's out in the open. Yeah, I do too. Well, I can't even sit there and say it. I feel like it's rushed, but it's rushed because the actor's leaving. Francis, um, well, let's put it this way, Francis. Do you trust GH for writing? Do you trust? Do you trust GH writing Lucky a good storyline? Francis, do you trust GH to write Lucky a good storyline? Thomas says, and that talk about the wedding plans today on B&B was awkward. They were talking about Paris, and Thomas as if they were a couple in their 50s. They've been dating each other over 15 years. Really? Huh. Charlene says, is Thomas using Paris? Probably. Absolutely, Jonathan. The Bob Guza days was an epic, and Kevin says no. So yeah, it's very hard to sit there and trust the writers that the writers for GH to have Lucky have a good storyline. If they do, that's great, and I have a feeling that they will. It was good, Charlene. I have a feeling that they will because they didn't bring back Lucky for nothing. And after practically writing Lucky off, they better. Sean says Paris and Thomas, that doesn't make sense. I guess Brad Bell couldn't come up with anything else. Well, I mean, Sean, that's about Brad Bell's speech. So now Ed says Sonny got the smoke for Ava and none for Natalia, and she's extremely fake in front of his face. I think the things that she said was very harsh, and she practically insulted. She practically insulted his daughter. And somehow Sonny is just letting that shit ride because, oh my God, you got caught up in a moment just like me, so we could sit there and bond over it. I'm like, Sonny, if you want to sit there and excuse her because she's hot, just sit there and say that. That's the part that just pisses me off. If you want to sit there and excuse Natalia because she is a hot tamale, fine, just say that. Justin, while Blaze's music career is over and she breaks down in tears, and this is all Ava. Yep, this is all. Yep, exactly, Justin. Well, exactly, Francis. They better make his trip back to Port Charles or Port Charles worth it. Or Port Chuck worth it. They better make it. They better make it worth it. They better make that shit worth it. But it's GH, so again, it's GH, so it can go either way. That said, what do you think about Christina and Natalia? I thought it was good, but also it was like, Christina, let me tell you something. You are X amount of weeks pregnant. Why are you sitting there confronting this woman? And I'm not gonna lie, Ed, and I know this is probably gonna rub some people the wrong way. I did too, Island. I felt like Christina was a little bit too harsh as far as it was good deluxe. I felt like Christina was judging um her a little bit too harshly. When you grow up and that stuff is kind of ingrained in you, it's a different feeling. She's saying that, well, Natalia is choosing to be a bigot. But if that's how you grew up, then what do you expect? You know, I think it's her harsh comments that bother her. Johnson says, "Do you think Melinda will still have that? Do you think Melinda will still have?" Yes, I do. I do. I do. Don't you, Jonathan? I mean, honestly, tell you the truth, she got the job after the whole. She can't go back on her word now. Kevin says, "Do you think Sonny goes jail for a little affirm clip? What is he going to jail for, Kevin?" Yeah. Tommy says, "Do you think Nikki find out Victor's doing Victor's doing Cam? She's stop him. Do you think Nikki finds out Victor's doing Cam? We got to try it again. Because I don't really understand what you're saying. Sorry, Tommy. Ooh, wow, now 15,000 episodes. Oh my god. I don't really. Okay. Tommy says, "Do you think Nikki finds out Victor doing?" I'm not gonna lie. I don't really understand what you're saying. I'm sorry, Tommy. Could you just like write the whole sentence? Um, this way I can better address your question. As said, the part Natalia said didn't bother me because that's over 20 years of upbringing and belief versus her trying to work through that exactly that's what I'm supposed to say. Okay, I'm going to answer your question in a second, Ed. Tommy says, "Do you think Nikki can stop Victor from going after Jack?" Nope. Nope, Tommy, I do not. Victor's the type of person that he does what he wants when he wants because he works so hard for his money and his status that he feels entitled to practically do what he wants. And he won't even sit there and not do it for the love of his life because that's just how Victor's built. It's no Tommy. Yeah, Francis, I've been saying for a while that Blaze needs a goddamn backbone if she wants to save her. Well, I mean, what? How could she save her career at this point, Francis? That's the problem. With Natalia is one thing. Get rid of Natalia as a manager. But yes, that's what I was saying. Um, Let me answer your question in 1 second, Jonathan. Um, that's what I was meant to say. You can't just sit there and tell somebody after 20 years of upbringing that they need to sit there and change it. They need to sit there and change their views, and that you could just change your views like that when it comes towards a heavy subject about the LGBT. You can't. I felt like in a lot of ways that Christina was out of line. I grew up in an era, and that's the thing, Ed. I grew up in an era where love is love, right? Now, if I grew up in her era, it might have been a little bit differently, and it would have. I guess for me, I can adjust easy, but for other people, it's a little bit more harder, especially when it's ingrained in you. And so I felt like that um, Christina was focusing more on the negative comments than anything else. Johnson says, "Do you think Eric will stand?" No, no, John. I think honestly, to tell you the truth, Jonathan, I think that him and Arya Zucker time is done on the show. I really do. I really think that their time is done. Justin says Natalia should shut up about Christina's pregnancy because it's different than her pregnancies. Yes, exactly. And I was gonna sit there and say that, Justin. I was like, I don't think that she understands. She keeps Nita talking like, oh, she's a very flighty person. Oh, you're not gonna sit there and be in love with your children like I would. I'm like, it's a different circumstance. Exactly, Justin. It's a different circumstance. And I gotta finish watching your review, Justin, because I'm very happy that you actually did another review. You know, Ed, yes, Gio finally had a purpose with his moment with Trina, but he needs to not consider just walking in someone's apartment. Well, they didn't exactly officially move in yet, but I get what you're saying. Alexis, how many times they will keep having the same conversation about Ava messing with Morgan's mess, not think maybe she messed with Sunny's mess, even though she's not responsible. Hmm, that's okay, Jonathan. So his date is later. But you know, Jonathan, I think what here's the thing. I think it would make more sense if they left together. I would sit there and say that. Now, if they don't leave together, then it's just going to be odd. I would sit there and say that, Jonathan. If they don't leave together, it would just be super odd. I would sit there and say it's super odd. Okay. Hopefully, I mean, I can't see him not sitting there being upset that this dude knew about my child and start trying to raise him like he was his own. No, Jonathan. I think any man worth his salt is wouldn't sit there saying that. Alan said Claire is annoying. Alan says Claire is annoying busybody. Let me tell you something, Island. As annoyed as you are with her, Summer was way worse. Summer was way worse. Yeah, I do, Tommy. I do think that they're gonna date. You saw that, Tommy. You saw that look that Victor gave. Victor sat there and looked at that like, oh hell no. I know you're not sitting there moving in on my granddaughter. So yeah, they definitely gonna sit there and hook up. Oh, you know, it's funny, Jonathan. I was so pressed for time, and I thought because somebody else, I think Shakira actually sent me the link. Let me since I actually have it right now, let me sit there and take a look. Oh, Tommy, you saw it, right? So you know. Here. Oh, nice. Okay. Wow, 6 minutes. Okay, I look forward to watching it then. Thank you. Jonathan. I just put it in my I just put it in my history, so I'll definitely sit there and try to watch it tonight. Yes, Jonathan. I know. Listen, when I watch it, we'll definitely sit there and talk about that, Jonathan. Um, and I want to talk to you about the boys. So we're gonna do that this weekend as well. Justin says if Sonny gets custody of Avery from April, would he regret it for the rest of his life? No. why? Why would he? Why would he? But Justin, why would Sonny regret it? Why would he actually regret it, though? Oh, okay. So Tommy, I'm assuming that it came out. Gorgeous Queen Catley, Bad Boys was good. Thank you, Catley. Yeah, no, it was a fun movie to watch. It was a really fun movie to watch, Catley. Um, I enjoyed it. It's a good movie to watch, but I got to see it with my dad, and he enjoyed it. My dad's not normally a movie person, so he definitely enjoyed it. And I hope all is well, Cat Lady. I'm sitting up there writing comments on cat lady's picture. Justin says you didn't see Sunny talking to them. No, I did. Oh, never mind. Sorry, Justin. Yeah. No, he would, Justin, because eventually when his daughter brings that up, he's going to regret it because he wants to destroy his, yes. And Avery's going to look at him a lot differently now. I was like, listen, Cat Lady's looking so good that I can't even sit there and type right. God damn it, Cat Lady. Very few women can sit there and make me that flustered. That says, Albert, correct me if I'm wrong. Did Lee Killer move into the same? Yeah, she did. But that's weird though, Ed, because I literally sat there and I was like, I thought that Ava still had access to that place. But that's correct, Ed. Definitely Cat Lady. But it was so funny though, Cat Lady, because I sat there and I read that comment. I was like, yeah, that doesn't really make a lot of sense. Let me edit that shit. Hold on. Johnson says, I think we should have a Paris heartbreak countdown. Ooh. Johnson says, I think we should have a Paris heartbreak countdown for BNB. Let me ask you a question, Jonathan. Would you care if Paris got her heart broken? And this is for the chat. Would you care if Paris got her heart broken? Hmm. That's true, Sean. I heard that it's up to GH if they want to bring him back. Oh, Tommy says no. Tommy says no. Not really. Francis says not really. And Jonathan says a little. Now, you know what's really cool? Jonathan, Tommy, and Francis. Um, the different level of compassion that y'all have it's quite astounding. I see the levels. That lady says, "Hell, oh goddamn, cat lady." Cat lady says, "Hell no." Ooh. Now Laura B will feel bad for her because Laura B is a very lovely and compassionate woman, but she knows what is that. That's my whole point, Jonathan. She knows what she's getting into. So for me, I just, it's funny, Francis. I just literally saw the level of compassion. But for me, I wouldn't care. I would have no sympathy. And I'll be honest, I would sit there and I'll be somewhat heartless. Okay, so Mel doesn't feel, Mel, who is the queen of purple, let me tell you something. Mel, who is the queen of purple hearts, and why is this goddamn song so fucking loud? Jesus Christ. Now, the Queen of Purple Hearts would not feel bad for Paris. Okay? Okay? Okay, why is this so loud? Jesus Christ. If now the Queen of the Purple fucking Hearts is not going to feel bad, Johnson says, and she kept overlooking Zendy, who gave his for thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. That's why I don't feel bad for her. Francis says, "Welcome to Heartless Club, Albert." Oh, Francis, I am an honorary member. Okay, I am down. I am down. I am pretty much of the founder. Island says, "Where's Zende? Hanging out with Luna. Hanging out with Luna. Not dealing with Paris and her bullshit." Kelly says they show you it time is. Kelly says they show you it's time for Paris to go. Ooh, Kelly, what's your beef with what's your beef with Paris? Sean said Thomas was still her Paris for stupid hope, using Paris' character to prop hope to prop Thomas and Hope's relationship. Yeah. But let's be fair, Sean. Paris knew exactly what she was getting into. Okay. So, Sean, in a lot of ways, it's very hard for me to feel bad for Paris when, oh, Francis says Paris needs to go back to Paris. Oh, I get it. That's funny. Um, that's cute. Yeah, Tommy, welcome to the club. Tyler says she is replay, she is replay nothing new about her. Sis is a switch up from her. Oh, sis is a switch up from her sis. Um, I don't know about that kind of lady. I remember her sis to be quite very just nasty and rude and um, how is she a switch from her sis? The personalities is totally different. Their personalities is totally different. Um, this just had a totally personality. Had a totally different personality. And I'm trying not to say the B word, but let's just not for me. No. But cat. Okay. Wait, what did I ask you? I don't remember what I asked. She says not for me, but it's like I feel like the personalities is totally different. When you sit there and say that is when you sit there and say she's a replay, nothing new about her. It says a switch up from sis. The personalities is totally different though. As says also what's crazy about Lee's murder is that the woman was covering her blood and wasn't wearing gloves. So how in the hell was there nothing linking her to the murder? Days needs to make these stories make sense. Well, Ed, you just said the key word, days, and making sense. When you got possessions, aliens, and people come back from the dead, but Ed, you wanna you want them to make sense in days? What soap are you watching, bro? What soap are you watching? You have a little bit too much high expectations for days of our lives when it comes towards things like making sense. And yes, to be fair, Ed is 100%. Seriously, no. To be fair, Ed is 100% correct about that. That literally makes no goddamn sense. So Ed is right, but I think he has too much high expectations for days of our lives. I get it, but they be going far ahead. They got possessions, okay? They have Marlena possessed by the devil twice, and for a lot of people, that's very far fetched. For me, Ed, I do actually believe in possessions, but outside of me and maybe other people, I'm just saying, bro. Kayla, at this point, Marlena killed Lee. Let's everyone say what's up to Kayla. Let's everyone welcome Kayla. Welcome Kayla into the poll, people. Chat. Simon says Sally Spectre has run her course on the Young and Restless. Josh Griffin, I hope you're looking at this. Write her off, write her off, write her off. I am begging you, write her off. And that quote is about Solomon Payne. So, Josh Griffin, if you're watching this, and I'm pretty sure you are because um, my live streams is just so awesome, how could you not? But if you're watching this, heed the call from Solomon Payne and just write this chick off. There you go, Solomon. I backed you on that. Yes, let's watch some. Yes, we always love exactly. We always love sitting there saying new people. This is what a like button really does work. When I sit there and say hit the like button, it's not just a vanity thing. It's really not. It's really to help out the channel to have new people discover this channel. Okay? Just like when I sit there and say hit the join button or hit the pin comment and join and become a member. Because we're gonna have some fun this week. We're gonna have some fun this week, and also I said this. Well, I said this Wednesday. Yes, welcome, Kayla. Monday, if everything goes correct, I'm gonna have a surprise for you. Now, I'm not gonna sit there and say what the surprise is because, well, it's a surprise. But you know what? I'll tell the members. If you're a member, I'll tell the members tomorrow. We'll talk about it. For everyone else, you'll find out on Monday. And if you don't want to find out on Monday, then become a member. Then you'll find out then. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I guess I gotta sit there and get a new book. Kayla says, but honestly, I love days. I just want new storylines, like what happened to Carrie and Austin's son, and EJ and Sammy's daughter. Yeah, Kayla, I heard that B&B used to be the bee's knees. They used to be the cat's pajamas, um, the cat's meow. They used to be good back in the day. I mean, to be fair, Kayla, a lot of the soaps used to be good. Like, I'm a General Hospital fan. I'm a Days fan. General Hospital used to be really good back in the day. I'm assuming the same thing with Days of Our Lives. I can't believe I'm actually out of paper. I literally have like 2 pages and plus one final damn page. I guess that's what happens when you review 5 soap operas. Make sure I'm putting that shit in my damn taxes, by the way. But, oh yeah, I had this for a reason. But I am glad that they gave Geo some depth to that. And Trina singing out of nowhere. She has a nice voice, but I was like, am I watching like a Disney show or something? Francis says, I wish Alice and Serena would come back to Dave for a storyline. Sammy can stir things up. Yes, Francis. When I started watching Days, it was that they talked about Hurricane Sammy, and she came back during um, Eric and Eric and Nicole's wedding. They were splashing around in the cake and everything. I was like, oh, okay, that's who Hurricane Sammy is. Which, by the way, she still got some curves. So she still got curves. As says, the only way I see Tate and Holly's story being good if they get kidnapped or Lee Killer makes Yes, I see that too. I can see that too. Uh, 'Cause they gotta do something with the storyline because it's yeah they need to. Kayla says Days were phenomenal. I like Rex and Cassie, the twins, Marlena. Oh, the twins Marlena had that was Roman and Kay's children. Hmm. Yeah, like I said, I heard it used to be the bee's knees back in the day. Unfortunately, Kayla, because I was an ABC guy. I didn't know much about CBS. I didn't know much about NBC. I was just what you call it, fan. In a lot of ways, Kayla, I do kind of regret some of that though. It's just like my phone literally just decided to start acting stupid. No, no, Jerry Skin, it's good though. It's good. Jerry Skin, like I said, I like Blaze singing. Okay, listen, Terry, if I gotta be an island, if I gotta be on this island by myself, I'm cool with it. But like I said, Terry, I'm surprised that she can actually sing a little bit. So props to Trina. Taylor says both my grandparents watched it, so when I would get into trouble at school and sent home, I had to watch it as punishment. Kayla, yeah, it is funny too, Kayla. Like, when some people get sick, Kayla, and they hear that Young and the Restless theme song, they know what time it is. But I don't know, Kayla. I praise Days of Our Lives. There's a lot of times I would praise Days of Our Lives over General Hospital. Well, I used to anyway. Jesus Christ, they are really. Have a good night, Solomon. It was really great to see you. Francis says you were too young, but Guiding Light was really good. I heard Guiding Light was good, and it's funny, Francis, because I'm not that young, but I did when I was born and soap was just going on. I might have caught the tail end of Guiding Light. Unfortunately, Francis, did it have a character named Annie Dutton? Did Guiding Light actually have Annie Dutton on there, or is that another character? But Francis, yeah, yeah, okay, so yeah, Francis, yeah, I do know about Guiding Light, and it's actually funny, Francis, because I think, well, I'm in New York, so when Guiding Light used to come on, it used to come on at 10 o'clock here. And I remember, Francis, when I started watching soaps, I wanted to sit there and see Guiding Light, and it was good. Uh, gorgeous Queen Jess is in the chat. Was good, love. How is the fairest of them all? So I am. You goddamn right, Jess. How is the fairest of them all doing tonight, Jess? I only had one drink, so I don't think I'm gonna sit there and get a hangover. So I can't blame you tonight, Jess. Can't blame you tonight. Don't worry. I blame you next time. As I seen Hurricane Sammy when she cheated on Rafe with EJ and saw her going after Carrie when Rafe and Carrie had an affair after what happened. Her finding out Gabi lied about Nick being the father. It was good, Jess. Well, are you are you caught up? I just want to know are you actually caught up? Like, are you caught up? I don't I don't want you sitting there saying that you hate me again. If you didn't catch up. What episode are you on now? Are you up to the latest episode? But I was watching it yesterday though. Just all I'm gonna sit there and say is Ashley is a freak, and I'm here for it. I am so here for it. I was like, God damn, Ashley's a goddamn freak. Jesus Christ. And their version of Batman is a sexual deviant. I'm like, okay, all right, bro. Listen, I'm not gonna knock your fetish. It's a little out there, but okay. Kayla says Hurricane Sammy and Lucas too. Just says I hate that. Although those scenes was what? They were too much. Oh, Cat Lady says, "Oh, I'm way behind on the boys." Oh, come on, Cat Lady. I want you to be part of the conversation. Have a good night, Princess. It was really great to see you. Have a great weekend. Wow, Jess. Those scenes is a little bit too much for you. Oof, Jesus, Jess. I definitely don't know if you can handle me. Then. I'm not in the cake, by the way, but I'm just, just saying, like, oof. Okay. Kayla says I haven't seen the boys. Oh, you gotta watch it, Kayla. It's good. Sean says Blaze is a boring character, but the actress voice isn't that, but the songs aren't that she sings. Mel says, oh, Kayla, it's on Amazon. It's on Amazon Prime. It's good. It's good. Mel says I got good news that Afraid horror movie is coming August 30th and can watch the trailer. It's like Meg, but different. Okay. Yeah, Kayla, you gotta watch it. It's good. It's good. But Jess, let me ask you a question now. Maxie in Brooklyn was like, maybe you should sit there and take a break from deception for a little bit. And I'm like, wouldn't that be almost just as bad? I mean, yeah, you're not firing Blaze, but you're basically sitting there saying, we just gonna put you in the background for a little bit till everything blows over. It's like, what are you embarrassed? Like I can see somebody being like, so you only hit her in the background because you're embarrassed. Justin says, Katie never like Poppy since she got with Bill. This isn't about her poisoning people. This is exactly about it's exactly. This is her about jealousy straight. And that thing is, Justin, even though she might be right, this comes across more as jealousy than anything else. Just say, yeah, it's where she could sue for discrimination. Exactly. And granted, she can sue for both. She can sue from deception and she can sue that label company. So like Yeah. Now Jess said, what are we doing with Joss and Dex? I hate to say it, but I'm bored with them. Jess, the problem is it's the way that they broke up. Like if they, the thing is just if they would have had a better way of them breaking up, it wouldn't be as bad for them to try to get back together. You know, because think about it. Dex changed his life around. Okay, he's not working for criminals anymore. He's an upstanding citizen working for the police department. So when he's talking about how we shouldn't sit there and rush things, it's like, why not? And it's not even rushing things, but that was the biggest hurdle that y'all faced, which was stupid, by the way. But you faced it. So why are we trying to do this whole? Oh, we got to get back to where we were. Like it's so much of an obstacle or a journey. Just as yes, she can't. Yeah, that definitely is lawsuit. You can't fire someone for being. Yep. And says, do you think that Blaze will fire her mom now that she got dropped from the label? I mean, she should. Kelly says, I'm still loving Geo. Something new. Let it take place. And Geo is boring. Yeah. I just say, yeah, I think that's what it is because they lost passion, something maybe because they broke up in real life. Ooh. Hmm. Well, just I'll sit there and say this much: if they did break up in real life, they should have never dated while they were on the show. See, Jess, this is why you don't date your co-stars. Remember Nina and Ian Somerhalder? I guess they never watched the Vampire Diaries. They didn't learn a damn thing about not eating where you work at. They should have never if that was the case, they should have never dated in real life. It's like they don't like none of these people learn a goddamn thing. They date in real life, they start to lose chemistry and people can see it. Just I did watch the Vampire Diaries, I know they dated. Exactly, Jess, and it didn't end well for them. And they had to sit there and still do scenes together. Just like whatever the people from Twilight. Just as I guess you can't help it sometimes. You really can. You really can. So when things like that, the problem is just when things like that happen, it's hard for me to have any sympathy. You don't eat where you work at. Cat lady says Dante, I'm sure hope he saw it today in Sunny's face, something is off. Probably not. He's just gonna sit there and say that Sunny's just being sunny. Clarence. Hey Jessica and Albert. Clarence says what's up to Jess. I mean, the problem is just I get to hold a heart once with it once, but I'm like, you're just gonna get punished in the end. That's the problem. Don't get me wrong, I don't have anything against Ian Somerhalder or Nina, but I'm like, y'all did that to yourselves. And it says I remember that when Nina and Ian and that happened on One Tree Hill. Oh, with Chad Murphy and Sophia Bush. That's right. Just says what you call me? I said Jess. I, I said Jess. I mean that's what I said. Um, just I was drinking a little bit, so don't be too mad at me. It won't happen again, Jess. And that's true, Ed. Chad, Jack Murray, and Sophia Bush dated, and it didn't end well for them. And that's the thing, Ed. It's like you don't eat where you work at. That's like 101 with any job you have. It doesn't matter if you're doing retail or if you are working together. And yeah, sometimes good happens out of you working together on a movie or a TV show. Okay. Um, Ben and Jennifer, whatever her name is. Um, I'm sorry, Jess. It won't happen again. Ryan Reynolds and what was that Green Lantern movie? God damn it, I can't remember it right now. Johnson said, I'm pretty sure Chad will find an empty grave when he digs for Abigail. Or he may find a body that's not hers. I can't remember who was the chick from Gossip Girl? Blake Lively. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds made it work. Just as yes, I wouldn't want to work when the ex other yikes. That would suck. It would suck, Jess. It would. Trust me, I've been there and done that. And it ain't fun. Oof. Thank you, Jonathan. Blake Lively. They dated on Green Lantern, and that movie was trash. But something good came out of it. So long legs. No, actually, I did not. Let me save it in my history. I keep meaning to watch this shit sometimes. Now that I'm gonna be honest, I get a little too tipsy, or it gets a little too late. Just says that trailer, Long Legs, has been everywhere. Just, would you see it though? Would you watch that movie? Oh, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I kind of do see it now. Would you watch it though? My phone just wants to test my goddamn patience. Now, Sean says Brendan needs to come. Oh, Brenda needs to come get Sunny. I love how Sean says it with like the explanation points, like he's like, no, you need to sit there and come get this man right goddamn now. Just yes, maybe not in theaters, but on streaming. Hmm. Clarence says Lonely's gotta go see it. His name says it all. Like they had a movie called Sting about this spider that grew like really big, but I'm like, I don't literally love to piss me off. No shit, YouTube isn't working. Fix it. Um, just as they've been coming out with some good movies. I still want to see a quiet. I still want to see the new Quiet movie. I still want to see the new Quiet movie. The new Quiet. It no new Quiet Place movie. I still want to see that. I still want to see that. Clarence says I saw that and screamed like a baby. Oof. I mean, I'm not a fan of spiders, so I can see me being a little more creeped out than anything else. Like, it wouldn't scare me; it would just make my skin crawl, which I think maybe is the purpose of the movie. I don't know. Mel says Max, a horror movie, comes out Friday, July 5th. It goes back to X, but you have to watch X, and I don't know if I have the patience to sit there and do all that. But Yeah, Clarence, I'm not a fan of spiders either. So yeah, it would be more of a creep factor than anything else. See, the movies that actually creeps me out is the movies that Jess actually laughs at. So this, like, there's movies that creeps me out. It was good, Justin. I spent time with my dad. It was his birthday, so I was very happy. What was your for? It says, I wonder how Everett, aka Bobby, found out about Lee's murder. Damn good question, Ed. I really need some of that shit to start making sense. Okay, so Jess, you know the movies that crease me out, but you find those movies funny though. Like Jess finds like the Exorcist movies funny. I couldn't sit there like watching the first Exorcist movie will still creep the shit out of me. It would, but Jess finds that shit funny. So I gotta sit there and wonder what the hell actually creeps Jess out. Johnson says, what if Bobby knows about Lee's murder because Connie is Everett's estranged sister? Hmm. And yeah, Bobby wouldn't actually have any sort of allegiance to, um, you know, or even though if they share DNA. So, I mean, yeah, I can see that. Clarence said, who killed Tom? I bet it's Lee. Well, Clarence, Lee didn't do a damn thing when she saw that man on the ground, gasping for air. She literally sat her ass down and didn't do a damn thing. She just like, oh, I see this man's dying, and well, I am a doctor. I should probably do something. I'm off the clock. S doesn't wonder how Everett, aka Bobby, found out about Lee's murder, and will the killer have some kind of connection into who targeted or triggered his DID? Hopefully. Yes, I did. No. It looks kind of interesting because they're doing it from a different perspective. It's like the killer is literally trapped at some sort of knockoff Taylor Swift concert. So I think it's kind of an interesting twist. Well, Clarence, like I said, she literally sat there and didn't do a damn thing. Clarence said the all crazy Leaf and Poppy. Oh, they're all crazy. I was, okay, I was been crazy. Have a good night, Ed. Have a safe drive home, and I look forward to seeing you next weekend. Stay safe, my friend. Stay safe. Could be, man. It's funny. Somebody else is snipped there saying that Lee could have framed Sheila. I wouldn't put it past Lee. I mean, I think it'd be pretty stupid because when she gets caught, it's gonna be her ass. But of course, Ed, of course. Have a great night, my friend. Clarence says, but Tom and Poppy just can't what? The Lord B says that the Tom stuff is not making any sense. You know what didn't make any sense? Them putting that fake ass wig on that actor to play young Tom. That shit was more funny and hilarious than anything else. Seriously, that was hilarious. That was straight up. that was straight up hilarious. I really sat there was like, I can't believe you actually did that to him, man. The problem, Lord B, is that well, Clarence, the problem, yeah, I was gonna sit there and say the problem is that it's Brad Bell, right? Brad Bell is not known for like Brad Bell is not known for creativity, right? Think about this. Think about this storyline with Connor. This could have been told so much better than the way that they told it. But his storyline has been bad from the start. And the only thing that this storyline has given people is if you're a parent and you're dealing with a child that has DID or anything like that, is going to tug at your heartstrings. So they counted more on practically manipulating parents with children than to make a good story. And they knew in your eyes it was passable. And that's what they went for. Now Mel says my intuition is that Jack and Lee could be inspiring on Tom's death. Yeah, he was just kind of out there, but Jack just being back out of nowhere was just like, what the hell are you doing? So was Justin Barber. Oh no, but Lorby, see the thing for me is that it gave me a good laugh. It gave me a good laugh. So like it was one of those things where I sat there and I said, you know what, this is exactly why The Bone of Beautiful is my favorite soap opera comedy. Because when you do things like that, that's telling, and not in a good way. Sean said Twilight Zone Marathon is on Heroes and Icon Station. Oh, okay. Oh, Sean, the Twilight Zone. I think some of these people may be a little bit too young to remember the Twilight Zone. Hmm. Jonathan, are you still in the chat? Let me know if you're still in the chat, Jonathan. There's an episode for the people that watch The Boys that really reminded me of of the Twilight Zone. Homelander comes in this lab, makes everyone super uncomfortable, and people are trying to stop him. Hey, Homelander, don't do this. Hey, John, don't do that. And there's an episode of the Twilight Zone. We have this little kid that can read everyone's mind and makes everyone super uncomfortable. There's one part where he's having a birthday party, and everyone has to sit there and think very nice thoughts. He can't think anything bad because he'll know and he'll practically Thanos them. And so, Sean, when you said the Twilight Zone, it reminded me of that scene. But I don't know if Jonathan, well, I don't know if Jess actually remembers that. Maybe Jonathan might remember that. It made me think about that. Clarence said Aegis gonna exploit Stefan and Ava's. Oh yeah, no, that'd be great. Hmm. Well, Jonathan, I wouldn't put it past him. But did you hear my other comment up before? I don't know if you remember the Twilight Zone or that episode of the Twilight Zone. But it made me think about that scene in the lab when Homelander comes in and everyone's super uncomfortable. And Jess, if you're in the chat, we got to talk more about that other scene tomorrow. We got to talk more about the other scene this weekend. Oh, Jess, you always find new ways to sit there and surprise me. Really do. Um, But yeah, I wouldn't put it past EJ. And like Clarence said, EJ, once he finds out, just as I haven't seen all the episodes of Twilight Zone, but I do know that show. Yeah, no, Jonathan, it was just when I watched that scene, it made me think about have a night, Lord B. Well, hopefully I get to see you this weekend, since you're a member. Um, I just remember that scene because you know, again in the Twilight Zone, everyone is afraid of him, so everyone is that they walk on eggshells. So when Homelander is having people watch him do these terrible things to these kind of scumbaggish people, it makes them super uncomfortable. Johnson says, "How do you think Hollywood would react to the news about you? Will she last out aging?" Absolutely, Jonathan. But my thing is though, people are saying that Holly is going to stay with Maggie, and I'm kind of just like, why wouldn't she just go with her mother? Why would you stay in Salem for? Like, I feel like it doesn't really make a lot of sense, but it's like, what the? Sean says, "I'm 29. My mom loved it. Watched it growing up." Yeah, no, our parents used to love that stuff. I mean, Sean, I look at some of that stuff now. I'm just like, Dolomatics, Dolomatics. What is good? Dolomatics, do you watch The Boys? I gotta ask you if you watch The Boys, Dolomatics. We gotta talk about that shit if you watched it. Johnson says, "What if Nicole X's story is that she falls to a coma?" I mean, then I guess it would work. I don't see that happening, but I feel like that would make sense. Because it has to be something that's going to tie her other than Maggie. Other than Maggie being there. I mean, I guess they could sit there and say, well, Holly needs to sit there and finish out her school year, her education, but it's like Delmex says, "I'm late to the boys' party." Oh, God. Uh, Damn it, Delmex. I would definitely love to hear your opinions on that stuff. It's been crazy, though. Apparently, it's been so crazy. Even Jess was kind of like, even Jess was kind of disgusted by um, certain scenes. I wonder how she felt about hair orgasm then. Uh, no, Jonathan, I can see them doing some lame this like, oh well, she got a Roman says he'll probably be a mix of moving in with Maggie and wanting to finish the school. Yeah, which would be like, okay, fine. I mean, it's not exactly the best. Like, honestly, to tell you the truth, it would just make more sense for her to leave, start her studies in Paris or whatever. But I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. I mean, because to be fair, darling, Meg, so I do sit there and look at it in a more problematic way. Like, Holly shouldn't have to sit there and practically get fired because Ari is getting fired. I look at it in that terms. I mean, the contract negotiations didn't work, and I don't know if she's getting fired, she's leaving. I don't even remember the whole thing. But it's not fair that one's leaving just because it's not fair that the other one should leave just because one person's also leaving. So that's how I'm looking at it. I swear, Jonathan, I feel like you write better fanfic than what the show actually produces. And the sad thing is like, I'm reading this, Jonathan, and I'm just like, it's just so disappointing though, right, Jonathan? Because You can sit there and come up with this stuff, and the reason Eric leaves that Nicole gets treated overseas. Yeah, but I mean, it's like what's fantasy and what's reality, right? Domex says, "I'm enjoying the new Gabi." Yes, exactly, Domex. Yes, I'm enjoying the new Gabi. I'm enjoying the new Gabi. I think she's doing a great job. I think that Days generally does good with recasts, except for this Teresa nonsense. That was an L that they need to sit there and hold, and they need to hold that for they need to hold that L for a couple of years because every recast that I saw so far, they've done great. They've done great. But the problem is, Jonathan, and now that I think about it, why would Nicole leave without her daughter? So she's just gonna go to Paris with Eric and just be like, "Oh, it's fine. You can finish out your school year, and you'll come and join us when you're done." It just wouldn't make a lot of sense. I couldn't imagine her leaving. I couldn't imagine Nicole and how frantic she's been with her daughter to just be like, "I'm just gonna be whisked away to Paris, and then hey Maggie, you got this, right? You got this." So just make sure she doesn't get any of the no Mary Jane, no nothing. I can't see her just leaving. So Jonathan, I think that just begs the question: what's really going to happen? Tom Exos to Teresa is an example of a great actress with a wrong part. Sure. And also, Tom Exos, the simple fact of the matter is, poor, poor, piss poor planet. That's another example. Give Nicole the divorce papers. She walks away. EJ grabs her by the arm. She pulls away and falls down the stairs. Yeah, but I mean, Grant, yeah, that's a better story than what we're gonna get. But that's the thing, though, Jonathan. Do you think that she would leave Holly, knowing how very hypersensitive that she's been so far? Tommy says how you feel Kyle is finally moving out. I mean, Tommy, he's a grown ass man. He should probably been moved out a long time ago. But I understand him wanting to be with family. The problem is, Tommy, he didn't sit there and tell Summer. And as much as I don't like Summer, you didn't even bother to give that girl a heads up. And that's just fact. Now says Ashley as Holly is staying on days of our lives. But yeah, well, yeah. Um, but that's just they're gonna have to sit there and really find a way to make that shit make sense now. No, I mean, yeah, and I get this fantasy storyline that you're coming out with that's better than what they're actually gonna do. But Jonathan, I mean, according to Mel, she's staying, and it doesn't make sense. Like, and that makes sense, Jonathan, because like you said that he's not leaving at the same time as her. So this fantasy storyline that you got going on, in theory, could work. But let's be honest, they don't have the creativity to sit there and make that work. Unfortunately, good story, but it's a little bit beyond their creative pocket minds, and I don't know, maybe their wallets too. Sean says, "Why did GH put Ava in Sunny's orbit? Just why?" I mean, it makes sense on some level. They are parents. They are co-parents. Yeah, no, you just said that up there. Tomo says I'm getting the vibe that I may be 1/6 getting the vibe that I may be one sixth of few people who love him. Yeah, and that's oh yeah, no, that's the thing though, Maddox, is I like the press conference also, but I felt like they rushed it a little bit because the two actors were leaving the show, right? They rushed it. Stephen literally told her damn near half an hour, don't do this, I want peace. Let's find a way to just move forward. It sucks about Eric and I don't like it, but at the end of the day, we are going to get a happy ending. Just for Gabby to sit there and be like, yeah, Stephen, I know what you said, but F that. I'm going to sit there and tell the truth because I don't like AJ and I want to blow up his world. Gabby, you had one simple task and you couldn't even do that shit right. Your husband literally sat there and said, I want peace. But you practically sat there and said, yeah, but I don't. Tomac says it was rushed, but it was completely in character of Gabby. Yeah, I can see that too. Johnson says that's what a Coleman story would make sense because wouldn't have intended to leave town. She would be in a hospital for treatment. Harley would stay in Salem, but moves in with Maggie. You know, Jonathan, I think there's probably only one little hiccup with that plan. Well, okay, there's two. One, that's too creative for Days of Our Lives. I don't have that much faith in them. But two, they just did it. They just literally did a Palmer storyline with the daughter. So, I mean, yes, on paper that would work, right? On paper that would work. But then you know fans will sit there and be like, didn't he just do that with her daughter? And now the mother is in a coma and she has to sit there and stay for the mother. I mean, I can see them doing something like that, and it wouldn't be terrible because just in case the actress does come back, somewhere along the lines, I would just kind of sit there and be like, you just recycled the same damn story. And trust me, it wouldn't be the first time for Days to do something like that because, I mean, that wouldn't be the first time for a soap opera to do something like that because that's, you know, Domek says Gabby is probably the show's closest legit compared to Sammy. Does something over the top for a good, bad reason and deep down values family. The great Uncle Eric thing makes sense. Hmm. Yeah, and like I said, I can see it being passable as a character trait, but we all know the reason why. And yes, Jonathan, on paper, like I said, I feel like that can work, but I also feel like there can be a backlash towards that as well. So it's just like not bad, not bad. I've seen them recycle more storylines. Francis not exactly the same because Hollywood the I mean yes, it's not the same, Jonathan, because they didn't get to the coma in the same way, but the end results are still the same, right? End results are still the same. So it's not so much as how they prepared the food, but how it was delivered, right? The delivery just comes across as the same, even if they do it in a different way. Filmax says for the character because they lean way too much into the corporate money focused stuff. Yes, Delmex. And I heard that she was like a vixen, a bad girl, a villain, whatever you want to call her. But no, I get it. I get it, Jonathan. I'm not, trust me, Jonathan. I'm not trying to shoot down the idea. I guess maybe just to critic in me that can see the good and the bad. Like from a fan's point of view, yes. And that's the thing, Jonathan. I want you to sit there and think of like shooting down the ideas left and right. Um, that's why, in a lot of ways, I give your storyline what you're saying merit. Um, but I guess in some ways, it's kind of hard to sit there and turn off that critic part of me. But good creative stuff, though, man. Good creative stuff. My faith in the show isn't exactly the highest. But like I said, Jonathan, you will be a really good, excellent writer for the show because I think that's what the show needs. Sean says, yes, they were co-parents, that's fine, but he was living his life and she heard they had to mess things up. John says it'll still be a good way to write Nicole until Ariana's decision to come back or potential recast. Yeah, no, I agree with that. Yeah, no, I get that, Jonathan. I didn't want you to sit there and think that was like kind of dumping on your ideas because the ideas is not bad, right? And from a fan's point of view, yes. It's so weird though, Jonathan. I'm not gonna lie. I sit there and I look at it. And again, I hope you didn't think I was like kind of poking holes in your theory or really kind of shooting down your ideas or anything. Because again, from a fan's point of view, yes, all that stuff would be really great, right? Fan theories and stuff like that. That's really cool. No, and that's the thing, Jonathan. Is I guess it's weird for me in this position because I don't just get to look at it from a fan's point of view. Trust me, Jonathan. If I got to look at a lot of stuff from a fan's point of view, I would be a lot more. I won't be as harsh on certain things. I really wouldn't, or I may be a little bit too harsh on certain things. So, Noah says, Albert, how is not fair for Gabby to tell about Jude's paternity when Stephen is keeping it? Because she don't know that. That's the thing, though. She doesn't know that. She doesn't know about the kiss. It's not really a matter of fairness or not. It's just she doesn't know that. And Stefan did tell her to keep her mouth shut, and she did the exact opposite. So it's not really a matter of fairness or not. It's just imagining the other character not knowing. Hudson says you're right. The writers right now aren't that great. That's the thing, Jonathan. You can come up with the most solid, badass scripts for some of this stuff, and they seem really good. And as a fan, I would want that because, well, one of the things, Jonathan, it would definitely make my reviews a lot easier when I could sit there and talk about exciting things, as opposed to whatever they're going to sit there and give us based off creativity, well, based off of lack of creativity, finances, and just maybe whatever politics that they got going on the show. And that's the thing, Domex, is I feel like the writers are kind of held down by the budget. Yes. Because, Domex, at the end of the day, the writers can sit there and write anything. But it does come down to the budget and what they can and can't do. And even something as simple as writing something from what Jonathan is saying may be a little bit more out their budget than what they're willing and can do. That's the unfortunate part, Medics. That's the difference between looking at it from a fan's point of view and looking at it from a critic's point of view. because as a fan, you don't have to sit there and think about that. You just need to think all these wild things that they can do. Island says, "Have you seen the not like us video? Is fire. Have you seen a not like us video? No, I have not. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna sit this night though." Tommy says Steffi is going to be mad for Hope going after her brother. Yeah, she is. She is. Just like Finn is going to sit there and oh, by Kendrick. Okay, I'll take a look at it. Um, just like Finn is going to be upset with Steffi that Steffi didn't sit there and say anything about that damn kiss. Jonathan says I can see EJ using the words of Vegeta to Stefan and Gabby saying, I get you for this. You want to escape my wrath." Yeah, him and his yelling and everything. I can see him saying something like that. I can see him saying something like that. You know, I should tell you, Jonathan, I could also sit there and see him going to jail, too. That's something I said in my review, too. I was like, how is he not going to jail at this point? He literally sat there and kept a baby and was aiding and abetting in a kidnapping of a child, and yet EJ's not going to jail? Like, what the Filmex is like that press conference should have had half the town there grasping with tons of cameras going off at Nicole's reaction. Yes. That's true, Jonathan. And I hope that she does sit there and ask Melinda sits there and tell her to kick rocks in those socks. Or something a little more colorful than that. Or something a little more colorful than that. Alright. As much as I enjoyed this live stream, I do have to sit there and get ready to go to sleep because unfortunately I do have to wake up early tomorrow morning for work. Unfortunately. Oh, Jonathan, him losing his job is the least of his worries. Like I said, his ass should be in jail. His ass should be in jail. But yes, I'm gonna sit there and end the stream here. I do want to thank everyone for joining. This was a lot of fun, as usual. Thank you, everyone, for making this Friday night just an happy Friday night. Appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Have a good night, Dolomedics. Have a good night, Black Mom. Oh no, it's all good, Dolomedics. It's all good. You know, I had to sit there and chop it up with you for a little bit. I hope I get to see things. I hope I get to see you this weekend, though. Johnson says, join us for the weekend edition of Soul Chat with Abu Bostic. Yes, become a member and join us. We're going to have a great time. Have a good night, Cherry Ice Cream. Max says, have an awesome meeting. You as well, my friend. Thank you so much. Have a good night, Island. Thank you for joining. Have a good night, Melly Mama Hurricane. Have a good night, Queen Jess. Have a good night, Queen Janet. Have a good night, Queen Mel. And have a night to the new people. Lily and I gotta see you again. And once you start becoming more regular, I can remember your name. But you know who you are. And if I didn't say goodnight to you, have a good night, gorgeous queen, cat lady, and anyone else. They know who they are. They know who they are. Jerry's from 8 o'clock. So same time as tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. Uh, yeah, my live streams are usually always the same time. This way you know exactly what time to come in. Yes, our cherry is going to be 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, just like tonight. Yeah, hit that like button on the way out because it gets more new people in here. And hopefully, the new people I'll sit there and remember their name as well. Do better, remember one person's name. So, progress. All right, my members, I will see you tomorrow. And if you are not a member, hit the join button on any one of my videos and become a member. We're gonna have we'll have a great time this weekend. Laters.